Welcome to Fabric Monday. This week we'll talk about how to identify a table optimization. What do I mean about that? Let's discover what I'm talking about. When we convert files to tables in a lakehouse, we usually enable the view-order optimization. The view-order optimization can make a table way faster to query than a usual lakehouse table. We talked about these configurations before in other sessions from Fabric Monday, previous sessions from Fabric Monday. But since we can enable or disable these optimizations at any moment, how can we be sure that all the tables that we have in the lakehouse, they are optimized, they have these optimizations enabled? Here you can see a lakehouse that I'll use as an example on this demonstration. This is called a sales lakehouse. This is the name of this lakehouse. Let's convert the files, the set of files, to tables using different methods and check if they are optimized or not. They have the view-order optimization enabled or not. So first, I use the UI. I can't use the UI for the conversion when I have a notebook open. So I need to have the lakehouse open without any notebook. So let's take a look here. I have the lakehouse open. Then I can right click the folder, use the load to tables and new table. I'll create the table dimension city. The source format is Parquet. Load. That's it. I can already see the table dimension sheet here. Let's do it again to another table, dimension customer this time. Load the tables, new table, dimension customer. There is a small bug on this window. Maybe when you are seeing this video, the bug may not even exist anymore because the load keeps disabled. We need to make some small changes here, just change something, and then the load button is enabled and I can load the dimension customer. And that's it. We have the dimension customer load, dimension city and dimension customer loaded. I can make a refresh here on the notebook, on the tables area, on the window where I have the notebook open, and here they are. And the first important question here is, are they optimized? Are these tables optimized? It's interesting to note that I'm breaking down the objects in this case. I have two workspaces for these objects. I have a workspace called Sales Lakehouse, where I'm holding the lakehouse. And I have a workspace called Sales Notebooks, where I have the notebooks. So I'm breaking down notebooks and lakehouse in different workspaces. And neither of these workspaces has the configuration, optimization configuration set by default. We talked before about having these configurations, the Spark properties set by default. We had a Fabric Monday about this subject, but neither of these workspaces have this set as default. So I can check on both, and neither of them have this as default. Okay, so are these tables optimized or not? So in this Spark code, by Spark code, I'm defining a function show metadata, which receives the path of the file and retrieves the metadata of this file. If there is metadata for this file, it makes a loop and shows the metadata for the file. Then I need to call this function. To call this function, ensure I'm calling this function for all tables available. I'm loading the list of folders inside the tables The default path for tables is this one. So I'm loading a list of tables and looping among the list of tables and calling the function to check the metadata for all the tables. So let's run these cells. The first one defining the function and the second one calling for all the existing tables. And table metadata, what we have here, we have vOrder enabled for the first one and vOrder enabled for the second one. So both tables are converted to the while they have the vOrder enabled. So first conclusion, the while enables the vOrder by default. We don't even need the workspace level configuration to enable the vOrder. The UI enables the vOrder by default. Now let's do it using a different method. Let's use the notebook to convert a table. I'm defining a function to make the conversion, and this function receives the name of the table. It will load the table from the files area and write the table to the tables area. Load from the files and write to the tables. Then I'm defining here an array with two table names, dimension date and dimension employee, and calling the function one time for each one. So I will execute this cell with the function definition and execute the conversion of the files into tables. That's it. Let's make a refresh, and there they are, dimension date and dimension employee. This time I made the conversion using the notebook, and mind that the notebook doesn't have any configuration set. There is no configuration set on the notebook. So what happens if I call again the list of metadata? Let's check the metadata of these tables. So I have 4 tables now. 1, enable, 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 and enable. So even for a notebook, for Spark code, the vOrder is also default on session level. So the vOrder optimization is also default. Microsoft is making the most for us to always use the vOrder optimization. We will only not use the vOrder optimization if we really would like to disable it. If we really would like to disable the vOrder optimization, let's say I use this statement to disable the vOrder optimization and call again the conversion, this time for one more table dimension stock item, and call the conversion for dimension stock item from files to tables. Let's execute this cell. Here is dimension stock item. Let's check again. Let's execute again the visualization of the metadata. Let's click the output and check the metadata again. Now I have 5 tables. 1, enable, 2, 3, 4, enable, and the last one is not enabled because I explicitly disable the vOrder optimization for dimension stock item. So it can happen. It's not something usual, but it can happen that I don't have the vOrder optimization enabled for some table. It could happen. How do I fix that? Do I need to import the table again? No. We have an optimize statement on Spark SQL, and we can use the optimize statement to apply the vOrder to all the files on this table. The optimize does way more than that. but I will leave additional details from the optimize to talk in another session, another Fabric Monday. Today, let's only execute this optimize over the dimension stock item. It's executed. Now I can list again the metadata for all the tables. Let's check again, and the last one is enable. So the Spark SQL statement optimize was used to convert the table, enabling the view order on the files of this table, the dimension is stock item. This week you discover how to check if all your tables have the view order enabled and how to fix them if they don't have the view order enabled. That's it for today. Thank you for watching Fabric Monday. See you next week.